Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the town of Cambridge. It's just over there. This is Floreat Park. Oceanic Drive is right ahead of me. My name is Iain and welcome to vlog. Welcome to the channel. This is all the old things. And right here, it's a perfect afternoon to go for a walk here. Let me show you where we are. This beautiful area here used to be home to a drive-in. And why I'm looking at it now is because the beautiful Bold Park Aquatic, which is just over that way, they had a summer sundowner, which is like a big summer water park party kind of thing. And if you don't know, I also host and help run Perth Theme Park Life. So if you haven't subscribed to them, please do. And they had this picture, overflow parking, which is at the town of Cambridge, which is just over there. They had this picture. Let me show you what it looks like. Is basically that there's their party thing, and over here's a map. Down there's the town of Cambridge, and over here, this structure here, that's the old Skyline drive-in. So I'm going to try and see what is left of the old Skyline drive-in. Started in November 1955. I did go there when I was really young, when it was the places I want to show you today were the drive-ins I went to when I was growing up. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Drive-ins were a huge thing in Australia. Western Australia used to be home to 90 something drive-ins, which is amazing. Right now I think we're down to our last 3. There is news in the last couple of days of Leonora reopening or restarting up their drive. Probably not reopening because apparently got knocked down. And I did have 8 years experience helping run the Leinster drive-in, which is north of there. It is 3.5 hours north of Kalgoorlie and about 9.5 hours depending on how fast you drive from Perth. So I lived there for a long time and I helped run the drive-in when we had film. I think it's still around, but they haven't shown a film in a long time. Let's see what this sign here says. Just there. It is a lovely day for a hike. I can see a large dam in front of me on this track. So down that way should be the drive-in. It used to be, oh yeah, it's fenced up. I can see a fence just there. Drive-ins used to be a huge part of Perth culture. In some ways, it's still out. The Galaxy in Kingsley is still running. Yeah, you can see where the road turns off. Okay, obviously left over from the drive-in tradition. Huge hole in the fence right here. I'm not going to go through that because that road goes all the way down there, and it's further down there that the actual drive-in is. There's nothing left of it. It is just, it's just the area where it used to be. The space is still there, weirdly enough, but the actual drive-in facility is long since gone. Okay, in front of me here is, there's a bus stop just there. Rebuild Hill's just over there. Kalinda is the street that turns off behind it. And you can tell this whole area has been built up so that it gives you a natural kind of like auditorium to see the movies. Okay, much nicer road, footpath to walk on now. Not cutting through the bush. And looking for tracks. It's a nice dirt track here. That looks like it could be the school off to my left there. I think they did make the international school here. They bounced around from the old City Beach High School to other places. So that's I think the building there. But yeah, for a long time I thought they'd gotten rid of the old drive-in site. I think it's just over here somewhere. How nice is this? Beautiful area. Nice walking paths. So I'm here, this is an old cricket pitch, a concrete cricket pitch. How cool is that? Just there. This kind of looks like the area where the drive-in used to be, or it could just be down here. I'll poke my head around the corner, see if I can see anything. But this definitely looks similar to it. You can see the city in Floreat Park off that way. Not a lot of people around here at the moment, which is nice. And let's see if we can see anything down here. Just past the international school just there. I am just here, probably on their playing ovals. It is holiday time at the moment. And if I walk down this way, there's a road towards the front of the drive-in. I think that's the back end of the drive-in. It's the middle part, and the front of the drive-in would be around there somewhere. So let's see how close we can get. Cool, there's definitely a track here. It's not quite as sketchy as the other track. The other track Looked like something out of Legend, which is one of the last films I saw here. I should tell you about the films I saw here. So this is like 85, 86. I saw the most films here. I saw Jewel Nile, I saw Weird Science, I saw Rocky IV, and of course the Ridley Scott directed film Legend, starring Tom Cruise, really young Tom Cruise. And yeah, it was in here. It was a great drive-in. Originally the plans for drive-in were only about 200, but ended up being 700, and it got expanded a bit too, but I don't know how close we're going to be. Because I'm out, I just went off the grounds for the school oval, or the oval there. This is the fence on the other side. I can see a bit of bitumen over there. That's where the old drive-in used to be. I'm not sure what else we could see from this angle. This is what's left of the fence. Grown over quite a bit. There's leftovers there. So the drive-in used to be in there. Just a bit of bitumen just down there. Oh, it's getting hot out here. It's not a hot day, but yeah, it is. I am roasting. Check this out. So there we go. There's a bit more of the area. That would be down probably towards the kids' playground area near the screen. The screen would be just over there. So there was a kids' playground right in front of it. Wow, that was quick. We're back at the start. Took the shortcut home around the outside of the drive-in area. Bizarre. I might actually send the drone up so I can see. This is around the place where the kiosk was, and the kiosk, cafe, candy bar, whatever you want to call it, was on the right side if you're looking at the screen. On the left side there was a small part. It's quite kind of long and elongated building, and on the left side was the bio box, the projection room. As you can see from the old photo and the what the drone's showing us, is a lot has changed at the old Skyline drive-in. Where it used to have all of the hills and the little speaker stands, all of those appear to be gone, and all of that bitumen has disappeared over the years. And there was plenty of room. There was room for over 700 cars at the drive-in, so it was pretty big. Beyond that, at the right-hand side, coming down from the top, is the gateway where you'd enter the drive-in, which we'll see in a second. And on the right-hand side, near where I'm standing, is the exit. Well, that was fun. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been here. Like I said, 86, probably in the mid-80s is when I went here the most. Just after it closed, actually at the end of its time, we knew it was closing. I did actually write a letter to the Post newspaper talking about, hey, can't we do something with this site? Don't stop it from being a drive-in. And obviously drive-ins were affected by home rental videos, or VHS was really popular in the mid-80s. So it was losing its appeal. The price of land, even though nothing compared to now, was starting to go up, and every drive-in in the city, except for the Galaxy drive-in, sold up and went home. And obviously the Galaxy's, with $11 ticket prices, has kept running by its family that owns and runs the place. This place, of course, disappeared in 85, 86. During 1986, it was actually used for observation of Halley's Comet. So you could actually see Halley's Comet from here, because it was quite a dark bushland. It was a lot bigger than I remembered that from going around the outside of that then. It's a lot smaller. I thought it was going to be much bigger. I almost missed it. I was wondering why this place seemed so small. Then I realized, I looked at the map, and there's the entrance to the actual drive-in, I think, is this one here. So if you look over there, Cambridge offices are over there, and then there's a little gateway here. I don't know if it's this one or further. I think it's this one. Let me just check the map. Okay, so there's the map. That's where I am. That's where that little road goes. That leads down to this part here. So that's the shape of the old drive-in. So the gate we were at before is like the middle section. And I think, the projection box and the candy bar and stuff are all in the middle. But where you enter is just off where I am now. So let's go see how far we can see in there. I think in the old days, because you have to have one entrance in and one entrance out, I think in the old days, we would make that mistake. We'd always go down the wrong entrance, but they had the Skyline drive-in sign posted. One other thing too I noticed on the drone shots is this bitumen is really old. It hasn't been repaired. It hasn't been repaired in 40 years. Let me show you what I'm looking at. How old is that, huh? Yeah, so you drive down here, and someone put a comment on my Facebook page, or All the Old Things Facebook page. They go like, oh yeah, you'd hide the people in the bottom of the combi van or whatever. Yeah, someone would get out and take the shortcut round. Someone would, hide under the sheets. Oh, we've only got 2 or 3 people. And let's have a look at the entrance. So this entranceway, there's a fence here, so I'm not going to go over that. But this entranceway, I think just right ahead of us, there was in fact, maybe it was around here. There was an old building. There's definitely the old rocks. And there was an old building where, you'd pay your tickets, you'd pay your money for your tickets. And that road there leads off to where I was earlier. That's the road into the main area. So you'd have to drive, once you bought your tickets, you'd have to drive all the way up into that. And there's really nothing here now. Like, I definitely know there are people who want to start drive-ins again, and there was a proposal for a quad or a 4 cinema drive-in, and I think they're pretty serious. So if they found the right space, they could do it. I don't know if you'd fit 4 drive-in cinemas in here, but maybe 1 or 2 you could. It's a great venue, tons of houses close by, but not right next door. It's definitely... This location's great. Like, it only took me about 15 minutes to drive here, whereas to go to the Galaxy it takes about half hour, so it's a bit further out. I definitely think there's appetite for drive-in cinemas again, especially with the new technology. This place did have the old stands, you can see in the photos. They had the, where you'd have the speaker on the stand. It was a bit crackly. Maybe one might work and one might not work. If you go to Corda, those ones are pretty good. Like what you can do with the new equipment, new technology, plus of course you have radio sound. And those days too, like we used to get the station wagon, put it in there, put it in reverse, all the people get in the back, maybe a couple of like deck chairs or something like that, and you just had a great night. Like, we were the perfect age. We're just at an age where we're finishing high school, starting uni. It was the perfect summer of, like, you could just go to see 2 films quite cheaply, and you'd come in this way and then you'd go out the other exit there. But yeah, this concrete has seen better days. This bitumen is quite dug up there. Great to see. It's kind of sad to see it in such a poor state, but I mean, if they're really returning to the bush and becomes bushland again, that's fine. It's their land, they can do it. It's only going to go up in value. They can do what they want with it in the future, but drive-ins, it's the perfect combination. And you got to think too, when this place started in 1955, they had broken lance. This is the birth of the teenagers. They want to get out of the house, they want to see a film. There's no television in Perth yet, and this location, like, I think it's only about 5 miles or so from Perth. It's a pretty good location for many of the suburbs around here. It was easy to get to. We were surrounded by what's now Bold Park, but in those days it was called Floriat Park. Before the Skyline drive-in, we used to go to the Lakeway. The Lakeway is in Swanbourne or Mount Claremont, whatever you want to call it. And it's not far from here, so I might pay it a quick visit. And of course it's all homes now, it's been redeveloped for homes. And apparently all the streets are named after drive-ins. So let's see what we can see. Okay, much toing and froing. I have found Nala Road. There's some really nice houses here. Apparently there's a school zone on one side. And Aceway Lane. That's so cool. Okay. I'm gonna get out and have a quick walk around. I think there's a place I could park this around the corner here. Let's check out the old Lakeway drive-in area. Okay, here we are at the Lakeway. We came down Nala Road, which is where the drive-in used to be on. And so far, I mean, earlier on I got kind of lost and turned around, but no, I just saw Aceway Lane, which means we're well and truly here. So all of the street signs, and there's a lovely park area, walking tracks, looks great. All of the street signs have film references, Perth film references, which is very cool. So this drive-in started a little after the last one. It started in the late 50s. You've got to understand, Perth didn't get television until 1959. So drive-in was a big way for people to go see their favourite films, and the cinemas, of course. And this one here closed early, closed about 1984. Ocean View was tried to revive it, didn't quite succeed. So let's have a quick wander. I want to just take a walk around some of the blocks, see a few more names of places. What a cool little suburb. I love how all the houses proudly have the name of the drive-in or the name of the street. It's very cool. And we came up to Nulla Road. I vaguely remember this. This is kind of a large covered street. I remember coming down here when we were going towards drive-in. Very cool. Wow, this is much nicer to walk than going through the scrub around Floreat. This is beautiful. They've really done a good job here of reusing the land. There was some kind of entrance way back that way. It looked pretty cool, and it's right near Mount Claremont, the Lake Claremont, so it's kind of just around the corner there. Back in the day, of course. Oh, and Swanbourne Senior High School used to be up there. Now it's Hank Swanbourne Primary School. Obviously land around here is worth big dollars, so they use every inch of it, of course, why not. And films I saw in the 70s were Spider-Man. Definitely saw the 70s Spider-Man. That about wraps it up for me. I've been walking a lot today. I need to get out of here. There's a helicopter, something coming my way. I think the SAS Air Base is not too far from here. And we've got lots of other projects coming up, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, see what happens, and we'll be just exploring like the suburbs, the outback, or the country. You know, my name's Iain. We'll catch you on the next one.